Uh, is it working now? Anybody anybody seeing this? Is it working? It is. Oh, nice. All right. First live. All right. If you guys could signal the Discord in there to tune in, that'd be amazing. All right. This is a Q&A. All right. So we're going to learn how to use cryptovac in its full potential. All right. Wow, this is eating up a lot of computer power. So this is the first time, so I'm a little nervous. All right, guys. So bear with me. All right, we're gonna start with the slow ATR. Okay, so how do I get the slow ATR? Is I went into settings. Okay, and in your settings, you're gonna see slow ATR plot, your plot fast ATR lines, your plot fast ATR fill, and all the other rest, right? So all you want is the first one. So we turn that on. And what we see here is strong bull trends. And this is where we're going to be looking for longs. All we're looking for is longs around here. We're on the day. That's important. Once we're in the black zone, okay, like we were here, uh, it signifies a no trading zone. So this is where a lot of people lose their money. Everybody's unsure. They have itchy feet and scalping dream, really. Once we're in this purple area right here, we're looking for shorts. Once we have purple and we're in a short already, I mean, ride the trend. Okay. So this is a pretty simple one, but very important, especially for swing trading. It is massive. You know, we're looking at some massive gains here. We had a warning shot here. We had a purple. That's pretty, we haven't had this in like almost 200 days. Last time we had that, we had a nice big consolidation. So just to keep in mind. I'm going to separate this right here and to see what we could do in this no trading zone, because we all love to trade. And we want to know that a no trading zone could be traded. So we'll go back to our settings. We'll take this off. Okay, now we have our lines as reference. And we're going to go into fast ATR lines. And the fast ATR lines will let us know what the volatility is in this time frame. So in this time frame right now, we're at 37%, almost 38% volatility. And that's pretty high. So for all the leverage traders, margin traders out there, um, it's probably not the best time to go too high of a leverage. So if we go down to like, like the 4 hour, we have a lot less volatility. We have 14%. So at this point, we're really uh, figuring out what our risk is and what kind of risk we're willing to take a trade and manage it. So the volatility means that the candle could go up and down like a whiplash at any given time. Boom, boom, that many percentage as a maximum. If we go on lower time frames, the 20-minute, okay, for those scalpers that like to do high leverage, you're looking at low volatility compared to bigger time frames. So at that point, you really know where to put your stop and ride a trend that way. So we're going to stick with this, and we're going to go and uh, say that we had a trade. We saw a nice correction, and we took a trade at the lowest point of a trend right here. Let's say we got it right here, okay? And we FOMO'd in, and we want to still short the market. Well, this right here would have been your candle that this is your candle that you got in, but it's still moving. It's not closed yet, so you want to go onto a closed candle, and you want to go up to the ATR and put your stop right at the ATR. And as the candle, the price action goes down, you're moving your price action with it. Okay, right here we would have got stopped out at a loss. I mean, that was a terrible entry, but you could see how knowing where to enter, and we'll get to that soon. But just based with the ATR, you're figuring out what kind of uh, stop you're putting. Okay, we're also on a very low time frame, so you're moving your stop as the candle body closes with the price, and you're letting your stop trigger, so that way you're not worried about it. So on bigger time frames like the day, it's fantastic because you're not guessing anymore. You're working 5 minutes a day on your trading, and you're moving your stop as the price closes, as the candle body closes. So you would have got out right here, real nice, no if, buts, and buts about it. And I know that we entered right here around. I mean, you would have gone a nice, juicy 53%, no leverage, on a nice, slow ATR run that was green. And that's just a fantastic move. 5 minutes a day on the day chart, or on, if you go on the 12-hour, twice a day, you're moving your stop for every candle body close. Do you guys get that? All right. So it gets a little better. Settings. Okay. And then we're going to put our fast ATR fill. Okay. So with the fill, we saw that there was a no trade zone right here. Just like right here, there was a no trade zone. And the no trade zone, we have different colors. This is a bear run, this is a bull run, bear run, bull run. Okay. So we know that inside in lower time frames, okay, so this would be our, we're going to move that right there, okay, just to identify where we're at, okay. So we figured out that we're in a bear run right here. We started going red. We're going to go in lower time frames. Okay, we're going to go lower time frames. And in this time frame, all we're looking for are shorts. That's all we're looking for. So if we have a green, we're probably going to short it. If we have a green, we're probably going to short it. So for scalpers right there, amazing. Don't forget uh, to move your stop with the trend, never against. What does a stop mean? You don't move it against your trend, and you're letting your stop being stopped, or you could exit wherever you want. With the momentum indicators, we'll be able to find out where a bottom is, and so that'd be, you could definitely profit from that. In any indicator, you need some basic TA. I'll get more into that, but just basic TA, draw your trend lines. Go into the line chart. Make sure you have candle body closes instead of, you know, they do work, and you'll save yourself a lot of grief of wondering where we're at in the trend. So it gets a little better with the ATR. And you have your plot signals 1, 2, 3, and your plot lines. Now we're starting to get real busy in the chart. So we're going to start taking some stuff out. Okay. So what does the 1 do? It tells you where there's a cross and where there's another a bearish cross and a bullish cross. So I find that's just a little too much noise. So I turn them off. And all that's left to me is a better signal. Now, in the really short time frames, I really like this because it gives you some pretty nice indications of where it's going. So right here was our bull, and all we're going to look for is these guys right there. That's all we're looking for. We're not looking for any shorts. We're just looking for longs because this was our green area. It might have been a green area. Actually, I don't know. So, but look in your fast ATR on a bigger time frame. If it's green, look for longs. If it's red on your fast ATR, look for shorts. Super simple. Go big time frame, then go to the smaller time frame to then trade. Identify your larger time frame to trade in a smaller time frame. And so these lines help you to see where the trend is going. Okay, so if we look on the day, wherever we're at, I have no idea where we're at here. March. What in the world? Where did the chart go? There we are. Lost it for a second. So we could see that we're when the green is underneath, that we're in a bull trend, and when we've been in a bull trend for quite a while here. Okay, and when the green is up top, we know we're in a bear trend. Okay, so these are trend followers. They're not moving averages or anything like that. They're trend followers. So it's a little different. So we have a green diamond. We have a green triangle. We had a red one. So look for patterns. We had a red, green, red. Maybe we're going to have a red, green, red, and then green. Or maybe two reds. Right now, I'm not too sure what's going on. But we're going to find out. So this is the ATR. Okay. So ATR, awesome, understood. We're going to look at my favorite. And this is cryptovac A. And it is great on shorter time frames, longer time frames, uh, excellent in downtrends, and really good to finding tops on an upward movement. So every time we have a white diamond, we print out a yellow line. We have another white diamond, that line is closed, we could then print another one. So these signify take profit area. Okay, pay yourself, and that's great. We also find that it is a support zone. Look at that right there. Now this and that's closed. So this is already predetermined of this support. And that's very important to understand. We're gonna go to the 1 hour because it's just beautiful. Beautiful example on how to use this. So we have a big support like right there. This green one signifies with a green diamond. And when there's a green diamond, there's a green line. When there's another green diamond, there should be another green line. But it also signifies that the green line has been printed. So this previous green diamond is line is printed. Green diamond, line, green line ended, green line printed, green line print, and so on. Okay, they always line up with each other. Same with the white diamonds, they print out. They're just continuous. Green diamonds and white diamonds signify bottoms or strong support when it's just green diamond on itself. So when that support is gone, we're going to see some down movement. Major support lost, down movement. You could also like know where your major cluster of support are. Support doesn't need to be just horizontal. It could be on an angle going down, on an angle going up. Okay, so right here there was a 4-hour diamond, and we had a big drawdown. Not very cool. And at this point, let's pretend we didn't know that this happened. So we're gonna just line up your wicks here on shorter time frames, because let's say we just found this out right there. We're gonna go, oh, we're excited. We're just gonna completely keep going up. But we know that this diamond exists, or this candle exists. But this diamond has just printed. So we're able to now identify that there is a trend. Okay, the diamond was right here. We're able to identify that there's a trend going on. And as soon as this trend is broken, we're going down, like to the downside. But we had a yellow line of support being printing as well. It stopped printing around it, like right there, just perfectly right there. And so we're starting to see a pattern being drawn here. So it's an ascending triangle. So if it breaks to the upside, we're we're pumping up. But it failed. And why did it fail? Well, that was resistance. So as we went down, we still don't know that there's going to be a cluster here. But we did know that if you look left, we had support here and support right there. So we could then roughly guess where our lines of support or resistance is going to be. And we have now a downtrend. And again, in shorter time frames, I think it's on a 20-minute, we had a white diamond there. So then we're able to draw some patterns. And patterns are very important. Everybody looks at them, everybody sees them. And if it breaks to the upside, what are my targets? I look for green lines close together. And you're able to find support. Once broken, find support. You're able to then look at another, we're moving up. What's our next move? Oh, these guys are pretty close together. What are we going to do? We're going to draw a box. A lot of confluence there. Right here, next move up. Okay, what's going to move up? Right here, that's going to be a nice resistance area. So that's, significant support. But where's our major support resistance is a green line. And look where it happened. That's very cool. So where are we at right now? We're in this little kind of dead zone. We don't know where it's going on and all that. So as you go down in time frames, you're going to see some support resistance area. Okay. So so if you're in a price area where there's no lines, just go in the smaller time frames and find the lines by looking left. Draw yourself a box. They're very useful. They're very significant, and they work very well. On an uptrend, you'll see where your next tick profits are. On a downtrend, you're going to see where the next support is. So in a bear market, very awesome. And when there's a lot of price action on the left going up, go towards a bull market, you'll be able to see where your take profits are. So very cool. We're gonna move along and we're gonna go to B. Whenever it wants to load. B is very cool as well, and it's very different from what you see out there. A lot of people will refer this as a market liberator, market cipher, market this, market that, whatever. Okay. Uh, they all have their place, and this is where the idea came from, because I saw that the waves were very significant, and they were a beautiful way to see how the market reacts with momentum. So I thought that was genius. So I decided to make it and make it better. What the difference is between the cipher, the liberator, the spy, the this and that, they all basically have the same code. This is made from scratch, and the waves are much cleaner, much tighter, and you're able to see what is going on with no guesses. So you'll see that there's a wave here, and it's pronounced. So you're able to see that there's anchors, there's triggers, uh, you know, that there is a lot of dots. The dots are saying that there's one wave that starts, one wave that ends, a start and end. So there's 1, 2, 3 waves here. We only see 2, but there's actually 3. So if there's 3, you know, that's more data. The green here is volume with money to see how much money is being printed from the last candle. So that's very important. How much money is being injected into the market? Is there a lot of money? You know, it's not smooth. It's live. You're able to see divergences really well. The RSI here is a little different. The zero line fluctuates, and you're able to see that there's a bearish zone and a bullish zone. You're able to see that the important waves have diamonds on top. So that means the next wave, if it's smaller, is your trade. This in this example right here, you'd go, okay, this is an important wave. That's your short trade. Let's see what happened. That was a good short trade. That was an amazing short trade. So what defines a important wave with your trade wave? So many see it as a anchor wave and a trigger wave. Beautiful example is that your important wave has to be bigger than your trigger. Okay, so right here we have an important wave. Right here we have a little wave, so that could say, okay, that's your trigger wave. So you're starting to look for some shorts, some sells. Right here we're starting to see a little bit of divergence. Okay, this didn't really play out very well. Okay. Right here on the day, it's pretty concerning. We have an important wave. Look what we have here. We have a trigger wave. Now we had one right here as well, but we also had a tiny, I mean minuscule, little tiny. This is extremely small trigger wave. So we had our trigger wave, then our next one, we had our big wave and a small tiny trigger wave. This became king. If this didn't exist, we were most likely going to go down. Now, if this trigger wave becomes bigger than the last wave, we are going to go down or up. Right? You know, it becomes dominant, is what I'm saying. In a uptrend, we start seeing weakness because market gets exhausted. Nothing goes up forever. So here we had a big wave right here. It was important. Okay, so these red diamonds are the same as these white diamonds right up here. They both uh, signify the same thing. These white diamonds are telling you that it's an important wave. And on downtrends, these waves are becoming very much more important for your shorts. Same with your on the bottom. When you have some white diamonds on the bottom, it's an important wave. That's your master wave, basically, to know that we're most likely going to go be looking for longs. So a cool little trick with this, you could this is an example that I've shown to many people, is that you could line up your waves using using your trend line with, so you can see where momentum is going. So here we're seeing divergence is going, and we broke it right here. So maybe it's just me, but the mouse is a little tough to spot on the screen. Can we do something about that? Oh, how do you do that? Huh. I can't see the mouse either. Damn. Uh, how do you do that? Huh. All right. Well, let me see some. Let me see if I could try to figure that out. I'm sorry, guys. I just I got carried away and mouse. Oh, I think I got an idea. Uh, so what is that? There's. Sorry, guys. How's this? Is this better? Yeah, a lot better, I would say. Okay, so uh, change the arrow. Oh, does this work, guys? Does this work? Can you see the lines real nice? I'm going to assume it's yes until somebody says no. All right, so we have this downtrend right here. And right here we have a broken trend right here. And what can we notice about that is that once we had our downtrend figured out, that we broke much before we broke on this candle instead of an actual breakout. So we front run this breakout. That's very important to know. Okay. So we were able to get the Elon Musk, quote unquote, pump before everybody else. That was amazing. We even retested the trend line. So once we figured out that we had an important candle right here, an important wave. We were able also to see that the momentum was picking up, and we're also able to figure out that we're going to most likely have a breakout right here. Okay, so it works on all time frames doing this. It's fantastic. Right here, we were doing the same thing. We were looking pretty strong here. We're looking very strong, but look what happened. We broke we broke the trend line. You know, like we broke that trend line. We became bearish. Now we're not too bearish because we're still not bigger than this last one right here. So, you know, we'll see. But will this line become new resistance from it, right? Will it go like that? So this is very important to know to figure out that, you know, trend lines, patterns in the waves, they're very clean to work with. Now, to drawings. So we see that there's a different wave in the background. In the back here, this one's red, this one's green, and that right there is your money strength, and it tells you how strong of a move is going on in the back. It's not a MACD. It tells you how strong your move is going to be. So if it's colored, means that, you know, you're going to be seeing some strong movement up, and we did. We saw some nice strong movement up. That was a nice breakout, right? So we were confident that was going to move up. But once we're starting to turn a different color and moving down, the movement was strong going down. Now we're not colored yet, right? Maybe in 1 hour color. In 1 hour, we're starting to have some power. But if you guys paying attention, trend lines are important. Is this going to be our top? Okay. So important. Is this wave also going to be bigger than the last wave? Does that mean we're going to start printing some higher highs? So this wave right here is the exact same thing as this wave. So I just made it so we could see it better. Because right here, it's hard to see. Right there, it's hard to see. So it's easy to see right there, hard to see right here. And it also acts really well as anchor waves and trigger waves. My favorite example on these is the crypto dominance. You know, if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, and we look at the weekly, it's my favorite, and it's already drawn, perfect. We're able to predict when altcoin season is here. A perfect time to put our Bitcoin into alts so we could profit the most to get more Bitcoin, to get more alts. Okay, so you can build yourself a nice channel. It's nice and parallel too. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And also to see where Bitcoin might be heading. I mean, it works for everything. I gave some pretty good examples to a few people. And one of the nicest examples here was the Unistake. This was fantastic. Whoever got into this, congratulations. But look at this. The strength was getting powerful, more and more and more and more. And then it start breaking. And I mean, you're able to turn $500 into 20 grand right here. Okay, maybe even more. Quite quite significant. Uh, so Axion right now is looking the same thing, right? Not saying to buy Axion, guys, but it is definitely looking similar, right? It's definitely looking very similar to the Unistake. And if you draw your trend lines again, always basic TA, guys. I don't know how much to stress that. Look at that, we broke out. So if you want to put a little bit of risk in this, a little bit, tiny bit, 0.5%. So that, forgot to tell you guys that this blue line right here tells you if you're having a bad deal or a good deal on the price. So that is important for your conscious. Are you getting a good deal or are you getting a bad deal? Everybody loves a good deal, right? Everybody does. And right here we have VWAP. VWAP is a very cool tool. It's the most leading indicator of this whole package. In any package that I've ever seen is the VWAP. Now the VWAP Market Liberator has, Cypher has, everybody has it. And quite honestly, if they say it's a heavily modified VWAP, they're full of baloney. They're all the same. Okay, so it's all the same. VWAP, beautiful tool, and if you know how to use it right, it's even nicer. So here we are. We have lows. Draw some trend line. Low, 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 low. Okay, we got another low. Let's see how many lows we could get. And at this point, we're gonna probably just build ourselves a little box. Try to touch as many. So every time we hit this box, let's expect to bounce. Right? We got a bounce right there. We got a nice bounce. We got a nice bounce right there. We didn't get a very nice bounce yet. Maybe we're gonna. Oh, we did kind of, yeah. But so same with the top. Do the same thing. Find a nice low. Find another higher low that's significant. And every time we get that, very useful. Okay. So, what else? I think that's it. I think that's it. Oh yeah, one more thing. A few more things. Hey, this thing is never ending. So, uh, we're looking at the BLX. The BLX is all of Bitcoin history. Okay. And I love showing this off because I don't know any other indicator that does this. This is my favorite show off. This is why I love this thing so much. Every time we had a green and white diamond, we never looked back. We never looked back, guys. That's super duper. Like I said, needs 517 candles before a momentum wave, and the same thing with this. It needs a certain amount of candles before it could get some real data. Yeah, so that's amazing on itself. So if we see a green and white diamond on the day, we're we're gonna be looking for some nice longs, and we're gonna ride that till we can't no more. Uh, does it only work for Bitcoin? And it doesn't. Another really cool example was waves. Okay, this is when I got really excited to know that it actually worked, that we printed another green and white diamond here, and we had a nice, just under 500%. That was a little too much there, but that was a nice pump. We had about 18 days before we could get into that. On ETH, okay, we're printing a green diamond. So what does that mean? That means that this is an important wave. This was a breakout right here, but look at the strength. The strength is telling us that we are going to. ETH is not looking too good right now. Not just yet. Right? Everything's pointing down. In fact, I think, even the markets are not looking the greatest right now. It's very unsure. What are these boxes here? These boxes were uh, predetermined from the last run that happened in Ethereum. Okay, so if you go on lower time frames, you're going to see these lines pop out everywhere, and this is where these lines came from. So right now, we're basically right on top of that. The only thing I like about ETH right now is actually we're creating some support on on the last local top, which is on the last all-time high. But I think if we break underneath this, and look at that, we have this line right there. Look where it dipped right there. Pretty cool. All right, you guys have any questions? Questions? I don't know how much of a delay this is. Okay. Oh, how are you? I'm doing great. Doing absolutely fantastic. And Crypto Million, je regarde votre chaîne tout le temps. I hope this will be available again, available to watch again. Hopefully, I don't delete it by accident or something like that. So, and if it does, I'll do it again. A BTC short-term prediction. You want a BTC short-term prediction? All right, let's do what the YouTubers do. All right, so BTC short-term prediction. We're seeing a bounce. Why are we seeing a bounce? Well, look at where we're at. Okay, look where we're at. Where we had that nice box there, and I think we saw another box around this area. Yeah, there it is. There she is. There's our box. So that's awesome. So what can we see with the momentum waves? Well, on the 30-minute, let's see. We're seeing some strength going up, building up. I'm just going through how I look at the market, guys. Like I said, we're strong here. We broke out. We broke out to the downside. That's this part right there. But we're not smaller. We're not bigger than this last wave. So technically we're still doing trigger, trigger, trigger. I want to see this turning red. If we see this turning red, uh, that's going to be awesome. Like we want to see this go whoop, and have some red here, right? So I like this. This VWAP is nice. This just could be a reaction rally, but it actually could be a little bit more than that. So let's go a little shorter time frame here. See what our trend lines are saying. All right. Well, that's cool. Look at that. Now I didn't trade this. But look at that. There's a nice trigger wave right there. Look at that. Strength is picking up, picking up. We got a nice, oh, this one's even smaller than that one. So trigger, trigger, trigger. That was a nice little scalp right there. So this could be bigger than it sounds. It could just be a reaction rally as well. So that's my short term. I'm the best. Thanks, thanks, Crypto Million. Subscribe to Crypto Million. He's got some great videos. If you speak French or you understand French, amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. I love his stuff. Lots of good energy. Anyways, that is that. So my short-term prediction on BTC, ride a trend. I mean, look at your ATR. Okay, you go your ATR. If you want to do yourself a long, I would go to my settings here. All right, take that slow off. Plot line off. You're going long right here on the 30 minute. Your stop is right at the trend line almost. So if we retest, you're still safe. Does that make sense? Right? I'd have my stop right there because that candle is closed. Yeah. All right. So hopefully we all learned something. I hope that this was recording, and we'll see if this if this goes in. First time here, guys. So bear with me if this is gone. Oh, do the white diamonds form always after a green diamond? No, they do not always form after a green diamond. No, the white diamond is a confirmation that we should be seeing some upwards movement. But always draw your trend lines, and if that breaks, that means a major move, which the white diamond is saying that confirmation. A major confirmation is broken, so that should not be left alone. I hope that answers your question. Oh, there's a 2 minute delay. Oh my goodness. I have no idea why. All right, guys. Thank you. Sign into chat. Oh. All right. So